Last lesson of the unit, and we know is always about the word problems. So, the first problem, it says each side of a triangle cracker below is 1 inch long. There are 12 crackers in a row. What is the perimeter of the figure? This is kind of a trick question, because look at how those crackers are lined up. And if I draw it out, here's a cracker lined up, and here's a cracker lined up, and a cracker, and a cracker, and a cracker, and a cracker. You see how they're lined up?
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so there's 12 crackers lined up. And it says that each side is 1 inch, right? So this is 1 inch, and this is 1 inch. So if this is 1 inch, I don't measure this point. That point sort of gets absorbed by the other 2 points on the bottom. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches. Meaning my perimeter is 14. Cora is cutting a piece of paper to get equal sized pieces. Okay? So, if she cuts, the first time she cuts, she gets 2 pieces, right? When you cut something in half, you get 2. Then she makes another cut. If she's got 2 pieces now that she's also cutting in half, how many pieces are there?
4.
There are 4. Then she makes another cut. How many pieces does that make?
8.
8. I'm not skip counting by 2s. What's my rule for this? Doubling it. It's doubling. I'm not multiplying. The top has nothing to do with the bottom except for just how many times. 2, 4, 8. Now if I have 8 pieces that I'm going to all cut again, I have 16. If I had 16 pieces that I was going to cut again, I would have 32. Okay? So the rule here is doubling it. I want to skip 2 and 3 and just go straight to 4. I'm going to do it with you. Troy is helping his father build a fence. Each section of the fence has a post at each end, meaning here's my post, fence, fence, fence. That's one section. So one section would have 2 posts. But if I were to add another section, am I adding 2 more posts? No. I've already got a post here. I just need to add another post at the end to attach them to. So one section has 2 posts, but 2 sections has 3 posts, meaning 4 sections would have
5 posts.
So here's my 3 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here is my 4 sections. How many posts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my rule is adding 1 more. For how many sections? Except for the first one. For how many sections? I'm adding 1 more post. So the question was, okay, how many posts are needed for 1 section? We said 2. How many posts? Oh, I wrote 4, but it's supposed to be 3 sections. And then 4 sections. Sorry, I went all over the place. So 3 sections needs 4 posts. 4 sections needs 5 posts. What about 10 sections?
11.
10 sections would need 11 posts. What about 15 sections? 16 posts. What about 20 sections? 21 posts. So the rule here is just to keep adding on 1 more post for more sections. Okay, number 5. How many posts would be needed if there were 47 sections? 48. Yeah. Once you figure it out, it's very simple to keep going. Okay, for number 6, think about, this is the same concept as what we just did with the fence. Helen is a part of a 32-player one-on-one basketball tournament. As soon as a player loses, she is out of the tournament. The winners will continue to play until there is one champion. How many games are there in all in this tournament? So 32 players. That means the first 2 players play together. And then one of them loses and is out, and the next one goes on to play the next person. And then one of them loses, and then they go on to play the next person. And then one of them loses, and then they go on to play the next person. Then one of them loses, and they go on to play the next person. So basically, how many games do you think?
31.
31 games, right. Because there are 32 people, but there has to be at least 2 people per game.
So 16. 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1.
I mean, think of it this way. If there are 32 people, and they're each going to play a game with another person, but one person loses and that's it, they're out. That person, what if one person wins every single time? That one person is playing against 31 other people, right? So think about it that way. If one person is like the goddess of all basketball playing and is undefeatable, then she is playing against her teammates. If it's a 32 team, she is the 32nd person playing against 31 people. So there are 31 games. Ah, light bulb. So with that in mind, we're going to be needing that for some later problems that can be a bit tricky. Okay, number 7. All right, 31. Number 7. The figure below is a square. A, B, C, D. If sides A and B are doubled, will this figure still be a square? So instead of I did 2, I'm going to do, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D. Is it a square now? No, it's a rectangle. That wasn't so bad, right? Okay, for number 8, you're looking at this schedule. Now, this type of problem, this is one of those sort of figure it out as you go. It says the missing classes in the schedule to the right are math, science, reading, spelling, and social studies. Math is after the morning break. Okay, so here's morning, opening, blank, break. Here's a break. Okay. So I would assume math goes there, but I'm going to keep reading. Spelling is at 9:40. Oh. Well, if spelling is here, then where should math go? 10:55. Because is 10:55 still after the morning break?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. So that works. So spelling's at 9:40. Reading and science are the 2 afternoon classes. So that means math is 10:55. Meaning, what class is at 8:45? If reading and science are in the afternoon, spelling is at 9:40, math is at 10:55, social studies is 8:45. And then the last question is science classes before reading. What time is science class? Look here, I've got 2 open spots. I know they're in the afternoon. So science is before reading. Well, that means science is at 12:15. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Number 11. This is a tricky one, so I want you to really pay attention here. It says 6 friends are playing checkers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If each friend plays against every other friend once, how many games of checkers will they play all together? All right. So the first friend will be playing against 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the first friend will be playing 5 games. Now the second friend has already played against 1. So he'll just be playing against 3, 4, 5, and 6. So he'll just be playing 4 games. The third friend has already played against 2 and 1. So he'll just be playing against 4, 5, and 6. The fourth friend has already played against 3, 2, and 1. So he'll just be playing 5 and 6. The fifth friend has already played 4, 3, 2, and 1. So he will just be playing 6. Everybody's played 6. So now, what's 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1? 15. 15. 15. 15 in Spanish.
I don't know Spanish. I thought meant I didn't.
So then you say, no hablo español.
No hablo español.
All right, Mr. McNulty, I'd rather say McNutty. Mr. McNutty's classroom library has 286 books, okay? 286. If he buys 12 books each month for 5 months, how many books will he have? Okay, well, what am I doing?
12 times 6.
12 times 5 is 286 plus 60 is 346.